Good morning, esteemed viewers. You're welcome to Bystanders at the Newsstand, a wet Friday morning here in the city of Lagos. We are here in Ogba to get the views of Nigerians on what is happening in the country today. I have my wonderful, committed, and excellent reviewers here this morning. They are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. I have Mr. Raphael, I have Mr. Lucky, I have Mr. Matthew, Mr. David, Mr. Kunle, Mr. Chigoze. They are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. A big thank you to everyone that has subscribed to Flip TV and that have been a part of this wonderful success story wherever you are in Nigeria and also in diaspora. Big welcome from Flip TV. And I also want to say that for all the years, the commitment of these reviewers, all the years they are coming together in the first week of December to do a get together to thank God for keeping us alive from the hazards, from the persecution, from what we face every day. They are coming together on the first week of December to do a get together. If you want to be part of that, can also help and support them. Let's go straight to newspaper headlines this morning. I have the Nigerian Tribune this morning, the Nigerian Tribune this morning. I also do have the Nation's newspaper this morning. Above the masthead of the Nation's newspaper, APC others warring Oyo groups to reconcile. APC others warring Oyo groups to reconcile. 360,000 download e-Naira Speed Wallet app. 360,000 download e-Naira Speed Wallet app. 5G operators reject $1.97 million spectrum fee. Transcorp's PBT grew by 671% in Q3. Okay, let's look at the collapse in Ikoyi building. Body of collapsed Lagos building owner retrieved. Body of collapsed Lagos building owner retrieved. Death toll rises to 33. Families register 19 missing persons. Death toll rises to 33. Died from the Nation this morning. Families register 19 missing persons. Inside that, we have 5 survivors in high spirits. 5 survivors in high spirits. 3-day mourning begins. Lagos declares 3-day mourning over the death of victims. Flags to fly at half-mast. Flags to fly at half-mast. Pro panels promises through job. MTN Nigeria's complete issuance of 89.9 billion naira bonds. MTN Nigeria completes issuance of 89.9 billion naira bonds. 575 million naira shares for sale. 575 million shares for sale. Okonkwo Soludo Uba Ozigbo pledge peaceful Anambra poll. Okonkwo Soludo Uba Ozigbo pledge peaceful Anambra poll. Anambra 2021 Ipob, we didn't order 1 week sit at home. We didn't order 1 week sit at home. NBC wants against scary broadcast. NBC wants against scary broadcast. INEC begins distribution of sensitive materials. INEC begins distribution of sensitive materials. Ikoyi building collapse. Lagos, that's the Nigerian Tribune this morning above the masthead. Lagos declares 3-day mourning. Flags to fly at half-mast. Body of developer found. Lagos declares 3-day mourning. Flags to fly at half-mast. Body of developer found. Public deserves to know what went wrong. Sonlu says as he inaugurates panel. Public deserves to know what went wrong. Sonlu says as he inaugurates panel. Death toll rises. 25-year-old corps member among the dead. 25-year-old corps member amongst the dead. Nigerians trapped in net of poverty, bad governance, insecurity from article. Nigerians trapped in net of poverty, bad governance, insecurity. Federal government set to scrap, merge some agency. Federal government set to scrap, merge some agencies. Reps probe $163 billion abandoned gas assets. Others. Reps probe $163 billion abandoned gas assets. Others. Anambra poll. Ipob cancels sit at home order. Ipob cancels sit at home order. Uba Ozigbo Soludo order sign peace accord. As IGP restricts vehicular movement. IGP restricts vehicular movement. Okay, 2022 budget. FG to partner states for food security, promote financial inclusion. Protests as policemen allegedly stab tricyclists to death over bribe in Lagos. Oyo APC crisis. Stakeholders get 1 week to harmonize position. Stakeholders get 1 week to harmonize position. Also gives federal government 48 hours to rescue victims of Uni Abuja kidnap. That's what we have for today. I have Mr. Chigozie. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie, this morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. It's a wonderful day.
Yeah, we thank God.
Good morning, esteemed viewers.
The big story this morning, IPOB Council sit at home order. What will you take of that? Because there are so many people saying so many things.
Yes, I think that defined the position of the IPOB and what they stood for. As I have always maintained that these people or organization or institution is driven by the ideology of peace, and of course are deploying every legal and diplomatic means to project their, of course, demands. They are not violence prone, and they shun violence. Haven't considered or reevaluated their position, their previous position, and they come to understand that if they should go on with the sit at home, some miscreants and perhaps the instruments of the state might hijack it to cause mayhem or to disrupt the peace of the Anambrians. And of course, they decided to withdraw that position because they have the interests of the people at heart. Of course, IPOB does not intend to kill or to waste any blood because they respect human life, and of course, as an Igbo people, we respect even the life of strangers who find themselves within our territory. So IPOB, by that position, have shown to the world that they are peace-loving people. They are people who believe in humanity. There are people who have listening ears. There are calls from several quarters and to suspend the sit at home, foreseeing the intended doom that may mark this process. And of course, with their leadership, most respected, I must give them kudos for that laudable position they have maintained.
There is still total lockdown in the southeast, especially Anambra State. Do you think with the call for this, calling up for this sit at home, people will still come out for the elections?
You see, prior to this time, yesterday, when they pronounced their position, you see, not everybody may have gotten the information. And besides, people are apprehensive because they could no longer trust the Nigerian system for their protection. You see, you can see, of course, the past is our experience. And they could resort to sit at home, not on the basis that they want to do that, because they can no longer, they are not satisfied with the system. The previous electioneering process has not been fair and fair. So what are you talking in Nigerian system? Nigeria has a history of election fraud and malpractice. So, and you can see what the killings that is going on, of which are politically motivated. So, what guarantees the safety of the Anambrians? So, if anyone decides to sit at home, well, I think it's not against any known law to do so.
What is your position on this election, Anambra 2020 election?
Yes, Anambra, for me, personally, I must commend the position of IPOB, the DOS, for withdrawing their previous position in the interest of humanity. This way, of course, show to the community of nations that these people are not terrorists. If they were terrorists, they would have gone on not minding what the level of casualty that may be incurred or record or losses, because they are human, they, they are humane, and they will want to preserve humanity, respect fundamental rights of the people, which unfortunately the governments of the day keep on violating. And look at, you can see how militarized Anambra is. Over 50,000 of thereabouts personnel, security personnel have been deployed to do what? And of course, this has sent some panic, which of course most of the residents are now scurrying for safety. And of course, I saw a video that went viral where from the northern region, some losses were moving people down to the Anambra states. You see, what are they trying to portray to the world? Are those people, Alamanji or whatever, whoever they are moving down, are they part of the electoral process? Do they have the legitimate right to decide who becomes the governor of the Anambrians or the residents of Anambra? Is very unfortunate.
The elites have brokered peace. I think they are having a meeting with the president over the release of Nnamdi Kanu. What will you say about the elites of the Igbo region?
Without any missing words, I must categorically maintain the fact that the government of Muhammad Buhari has no any legitimate rights or legal rights to keep on detaining Mazi Nnamdi Kanu behind the bars. I listened to, was it on the 2nd of November, when the case filed against the Kenyan was revealed. Kenyan position was that there was no any documentation in any police station within the Kenyan territory that shows that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was legally arrested or detained. What does that suggest? That invariably suggests that the rendition allegation or case has been established. So it's a gross violation of his fundamental rights of movement and liberty. By that singular position, the Nigerian state has been indicted for such level of conspiracy and atrocious crime against humanity, which of course have destroyed the reputation, if there is any, Nigerian enjoy in the community of nations, which means nobody is safe, even the nationals. Foreign nationals are not safe within this country because they could be adopted and taken to a non-destination. So the world must rise against this. So Buhari has no case. He is just whiling his time. And this is not a democratic, I mean, though we profess to practice democracy, but we are in dictatorial regime, which must not be allowed to continue because the law must have its course and the law must respect the rights of every individual. So I don't see any reason, negotiating or not, he has no case to answer. Rather, of course, to be made to face the consequences.
One more question. The Biafran agitation, where does it stand now with all this happening? You see, people are saying, some IPOB people were saying there's no election, there will be no election. And even years, some said there will be no election in Anambra State. But now you can see the shifting grounds. Where does the IPOB agitation stand at this point?
As far as I'm concerned, based on the information available to me, the IPOB organization runs what you call command and control, irrespective of whatever may be the opinions of individuals or probably their supposed members. What matters is the position from the higher command, of which every other person must fall in. So as the DOS has made their position known, so it is immaterial whatever may be the position of the individuals, because I believe that the DOS is acting in the interests of the entire IPOB members worldwide. So they foresaw what was coming, and they wouldn't want to be identified with such. And of course, they have enjoyed public and international reputation. Was it a few days ago, I said that they are scattered, they could be found over 145 nations and countries of the world, which is more than that. I underestimated that. There are over 170 countries and nations. It's in an islands. There's nowhere you cannot find indigenous people of Biafra. I don't just mean the Igbo extraction. The indigenous people of Biafrans are all over the world. Wherever you cannot find them means life does not exist.
Okay.
So I must, of course, make it clear that the IPOB position or the Biafran agitation or restoration is in the right cause, because they have shown once again that they care for humanity and respect the fundamental rights of the people, and they wouldn't want every person to be hurt. So whatever problem or chaos that may result in the course of this election, the government of the day, who has militarized those regions, should have to be blamed and take the consequences or responsibility of such crime against humanity.
Thank you very much.
I demand Mazi Chigozie
Ndibo.
Ejogu Chigozie Ndibo.
Okay.
God bless you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Mr. Matthew. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
How are you?
I'm fine.
There's a grand shift now. IPOB has cancelled the 7-day sit at home.
Okay. I think it's a welcome development because it shows that IPOB is a civilized organization. It shows that, contrary to the position of federal government, that IPOB is not on the same, doesn't have the same mentality with criminality, with bandits. It means that they were wrongly prescribed. Because if they could listen, yes, if they could listen to voice of reason, if they could listen to traditional rulers, to the elders, and they understand the concern of the ordinary man, because their agenda is to liberate the average Igbo man or the average Biafran personality. So if all the concern raised, they have deliberated on it, do an appraisal and see the need to lift or rather suspend or stop the proposed sit at home or lockdown, I think it's a welcome development.
Okay, those that have come out to say that there will be an election in Anambra State, what do you think? Should they be hiding their faces in shame, or
are you talking about individuals? You see, if you look at Anambra State or generally Southeastern State, the only body that have what it takes to direct people to boycott an election or to sit at home or to give order anyway is only IPOB that have the capacity to do that. They have done it in the past, and if not that they call off this sit at home, I tell you that it would have impacted heavily on that election. So it is a welcome development, like I've said, because it has shown that IPOB is a civilized organization. It has shown that they have disdain for violence. It has vindicated them in all the areas of accusation of maiming, killing by the authorities. Because me, I've been saying that they should find a way out of this quagmire. Because if you look at the level of killing we have witnessed, judging by the antecedent of Nigerian security personnel, each time they are out there to enforce law and order, they have their level of unprofessionalism is too high. Look at the other time where we have some disturbance in Olo, in Imo State generally. Some persons were killed extrajudicially. So many cases of violation of human rights. How many of them do you see government investigating? So that's why it is a thing of concern when we see such a scenario. That's why we are happy that at least Ipob have called it off and they have encouraged people to come out and vote. I think it's a welcome development.
Do you think the people will listen to Ipob?
They will listen.
The past, Monday sit at home have been called off. Yet people sat at home.
You see, definitely some persons may still have that fear.
With the presence of the military,
The military have not shown the capacity of being able to protect citizens.
so how would they come out if they have not shown capacity?
It will, the statement coming from IPOB will to a great extent that's the tension. One. Secondly,
How will it douse the tension when in the past IPOB have called off sit at home, Monday sit at home, yet people still had to stay in their homes?
that's what I said. I said it is out of fear. It is not to say that 100 it will, people, some person will definitely,
To an
because of
extent, some people will come out.
because of IPOB's position currently, some persons who hitherto believe that who were relying on the direction of IPOB will come out. There are some that whether IPOB call it off, they still have that fear. Don't forget that there is argument that
Is it fear or the fact that they want Nnamdi Kanu to be released?
no, I want to bring up an issue first.
Okay.
Don't forget that there is argument that there is a state-sponsored force that is maiming and killing people in order to blackmail IPOB. So if that is still there, I don't know how true is it. Some person may be worried that even if IPOB call it off, just like IPOB have denied allegation of killing, maiming in the past when they needed to enforce sit at home. And there's allegation that there's a state-sponsored force that is killing people in order to blackmail IPOB. But however I look at it, I think with the presence of security the way it is currently in Anambra State, and because Anambra State election, the whole world is now beaming their satellite in that state. And with the era of technology, the level of violence will be minimal. Knowing that the whole world attention is there, knowing that we are the era of technology, the world is already a global village, all attention is there. So nobody want to do anything that is against the law and be caught in the act.
Okay.
So to that extent, we are not going to witness much violence in that election. And people will turn out, though we are still going to have voter apathy. But it is not going to be what it would have been if IPOB had sustained that sit at home.
Who do you think is instrumental to the cancelling of this sit at home? Is it the IPOB or the politicians or the government?
IPOB did not leave anybody in doubt. They made it abundantly clear that it is as a result of consultation with the elders, traditional rulers, perhaps on Hadezendibo, and all that. So that's why I said they are a civilized organization. Can Boko Haram do this? Can Bandit do it? That tells you the difference. That you are dealing with civilized and a civilized organization. So for me, it's a work of development.
Okay. 3 days mourning over survivors of the collapsed building in Ipob. And we are saying, someone who said something. He said that they must public deserves to know what went wrong. Public deserves to know what went wrong. Well, how do you look at the whole issue?
I think there is a failure of leadership. Because what is in the public domain currently shows that the approval was given for 15 story building. And at a point, the thing started moving from 15, 16, 17, 18 up to 21 or so. The argument is this. There are videos that are surfaced online where even the owner, who have even, his cars have been recovered, was it yesterday, resisting government personnel from sealing up that facility. Don't forget that the architectural engineer that designed that building, there's a report that he had pulled out of that contract. He wrote to the owner of the property that he can no longer guarantee the integrity of the building when he saw that they were already deviating from specification. But the argument is this: if government attempted to seal up that facility, and if the architectural engineer have written to the owner of the building, withdraw his agreement or yes, his deal, his services. And the government watched, and the man extended the building up from 15 to 24. Sorry, 21.
We have prominent people.
The argument I'm saying is this: where is the body responsible for integrity tests in Lagos State? That is it that the man was too powerful that they could not compel him to stop? So heads must roll. If the governor wants us to take him seriously, it should go beyond suspension of a man who has that agency. It should make sure that they unravel who did what, who did not do his responsibility, who ought to stop that work and refuse to do it, who reneged on his responsibility, whose responsibility was it to enforce and ensure that they stop that building as at when due.
Okay.
Until we get all this and sanction people as deterrent to others, you don't have solved any problem.
Okay. There's a get-together by the reviewers this morning. Mr. Matthew, how many years have you been speaking?
Can I remember it's been a long time anyway.
Before I graduated.
But the important thing is, since we are looking at get together, I think it should be in December. It should be in the first week of December, Maybe it should be in the first week of December.
Yes.
So
First week of December.
it's a welcome development. Maybe as viewers are watching, anything they think they want to use to celebrate with the reviewers, they can reach us. The anchor, you are here now, so you can represent us. They can reach us, and going forward.
Mr. Rap, how many years have you been speaking? Say what? How many years have you been speaking like on Bystanders? How many years?
It's over 4 years now.
Wow. Okay.
So hopefully we are looking at first week of December, B.
Yeah, first week.
So David is here. He's asking how many years I've been
speaking since 2017. Anambra election.
Since 2018.
I don't know the Lagos. Yeah? So we are talking about end of year party.
I've been here for over 10 years.
What is 10 years? I'm talking about 20 something years. First of year.
Okay.
Mr.
Taiwo is saying election will hold. Mr. Taiwo. Well done, sir.
First week of December, we shall celebrate ourselves. Because it's good.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Matthew. Let's have Mr. Edonomile.
Yes,
Good morning,
yes.
Mr. Edonomile Lagos.
Yes, good morning.
Mr. Edonomile Lagos, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You said as Edo is not Lagos, so will Anambra not be Lagos?
I said, you see, anything I say here always come to pass. Anambra will do their election.
And
they will not be in like Lagos or Osun. Or Imo. Where number one.
I'm seeing APC taking Anambra.
No, which APC? Oh, APC is an expiring drugs. You can't compare APC with other parties. APC came to bastardize, to destroy, to bring property to us. So we don't need APC in anywhere. There for 6 years now, people have been hunger under APC for just 6 or 7 years. So APC has nowhere. You only like to manipulate. That is why I praise Taiwo. Taiwo, your prediction have come to pass. The election will be held in Anambra. And today, IPOB have agreed for election to hold. Otherwise, APC will manipulate. They are looking for a way to manipulate. Yes, the election to be in their favor. Taiwo said it. Now, IPOB have agreed to allow their people to come out and vote for their best candidate. Which candidate? Number one candidate, Abga or PDP. Forget APC.
Abga or PDP?
Yes.
Abga, almost 9 people have left Abga for.
I believe it in Edo State. In Edo State, commissioner, all of them left Obaseki. But we, I don't know, be Lagos. I don't know, be Osun. We decided to give Obaseki that vote. So, like by Anambra, tomorrow, Anambra people will come out and give their best governor, not APC. Not APC. APC are expiring drugs in Nigeria, expiring people in Nigeria. They have nothing to offer.
Who are you going to congratulate? Is it the IPOB or the politicians that made it possible for the election?
I congratulate IPOB. Now, why I congratulate IPOB? Government are being forced to recognize them now.
Government is being forced to.
Yes, we have two governments in that southeast. Two governments. Every Monday, sit at home. Can government do that? If government give public holiday now, you see people will come out. But when IPO say don't go out, people stay indoors. So who is leading that place now? IPO.
With the cancellation of this sit at home, do you think people will still come out and vote?
My brother, this election time, people come out look for their daily bread. People come out. Look, this time around, check the candidates. PDP candidates well loaded. APC candidate too well loaded. Zenep candidate well loaded. Abga candidate well loaded. So they map up money to give the people. That election is going to be money back. They are going to give up money so people come out to look survive. Because this under APC, if you don't wake up, you sleep die. I'm telling the truth. So people will come out and look for daily bread. Money will flow. In fact, they might give each candidate 50,000 naira. So when they might give voter 50,000 naira. So when you hear 50,000, you come out. Either you collect 50,000 or you face bullet.
I don't understand.
Either you collect 50,000 naira or you face bullet.
How do you face bullet?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
The militarization of that election, they are even more than the people. So when anybody is trying to, struggle, all these our policemen that don't have brain, they might like to shoot. So either you collect, I give you an example. You see what happened in Kogi election? That was heavy violence. See, let me tell you, my surprise is that anytime election is coming, so this group of northerners, where you have a former president, a head of state, and Coca, and these people gathered together saying they are making peace. The peace they make for Jonathan, the election did not work under Jonathan. The same peace they make in Imo State, the election did not work. The same peace they make in other states. Anytime they go and make peace, the peace doesn't work. What's the need of spending our taxpayer making peace? It doesn't work. They're just spending our money. We don't need them with peace. As peace reign in Imo State, where number 4 become number 1. Number 1 become number 4. So something is wrong. Although I give it to IPOB for allow their people to come out. And tomorrow, election is going to hold. Taiwo, I give you, God bless you for saying the election will be hold. Thank you very much.
Mr. How are we going to celebrate this our get together?
Oh, my brother.
Are you taking care of our sister? Mr. Taiwo is asking. Are you taking care of? Are you sure you are taking care of our sister? Mr. Taiwo is asking.
You see, Mr. Taiwo, God bless you. Yes, I'm taking care of our sister, my wife, my family. But the point, let me tell you. See, this get together for us to be together for long. I'm almost spending almost 25 years in bus stop here before this platform came in. You see, anything you are doing, sometimes it's good for us to sit and celebrate it because nobody died. I don't understand me. And nobody be arrested. So nobody be molested. So it's good for us to sit down together and celebrate. I know it takes money, but God will provide money for us. So let's look ourselves that as we are doing this thing, is there any mistake? If there is mistake, we will correct it. So nothing wrong coming together and celebrate. And I'm using the opportunity to invite our brothers who are abroad and Nigeria to support us. And I believe, I trust people like Taiwo. I trust people like Yerima. I trust people like my brother, all over there. I believe that God will touch them. They will support us.
Update us on Yam, please, this morning. Let's know
you see,
what is happening.
I always say Yam is 2,000. Do you believe a traditional woman, I saw in the AIT, where they were interviewing, said, when in Igbo land, when you deliver a baby, they normally buy yam to buy supply for pepper soup and this. When they now went and buy yam, a tuber of yam 2,500. They shout. So now things are very expensive. Not only yam, everything, including medicine. In abroad, all these are cheaper. We give it free. But yet Nigeria here under APC, a yam is so 3,000 naira.
That is the cause of
See,
the hiking price.
Oga,
Or is it the middleman?
I'll tell you what, who is the head of Nigeria now? Buhari. When the head is rotty, automatically hand and leg will not work. So he's the head under Jonathan. Jonathan, every good thing a party under Jonathan, they blame him. Every good thing party under Buhari. In fact, let me tell you, under Buhari, 75% of part happen under Buhari. Just like something, the good thing we saw. What is the good thing? We saw God coming down to help we, easy people. But under Buhari, you don't dare even celebrate. You don't dare even live. God is secure. If they can go to Abuja, where the seat of power, kidnapping lecturer, are you safe here? Do we safe? We are not safe. If they are going to Abuja, one day they will kidnap their minister, kidnap all of them. I even pray let them kidnap them because they think they are enjoying. Okay. We are dying here.
Thank you very
so
much,
my own is that, my brother, we are going to celebrate December, first week of December. Our crew, our reviewer, please, we need to work very hard so that that party can go well. May God bless you. You, anywhere you are, you can support us. As you support us, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have Mr. David. Good morning. Mr.
Morning to you, Mr. Christian Chuku. Baddest media guy.
No, I'm not. I'm a journalist. I'm not a nigger.
I said media guy, media.
Okay, I thought you said baddest nigger guy. Okay, let's look at what is trending. What IPOB has cancelled the seat at home.
Yeah.
What is your take?
IPOB has cancelled the seat at home. It's a very welcome development, and Mr. Taiwo is now happy. Election can hold in Nigeria. Every one of us also want elections to hold in Nigeria. But one thing the government needs to understand that you need that if you want the government to recognize you, you must surely use force on them. So IPOB has never said this up, but now it's a welcome development that what election can actually be holding in Anambra on Saturday. And now it did not just come easily. Some political gladiators make that move, and you can see there was an agreement that was being reached with the IPOB. So many agreements. One,
I hear that they are going to meet Buhari
next month. The southern leaders and some persons will be meeting in person with the president, and that has also made them drop this no election saga in Anambra. And then again, a court in Abuja will be hearing this referendum stuff next month in court. So now it's as if they are winning the case. And then again, you cannot bring in violence at this strategic time whereby you are winning this case. So now the best thing for them to do is just to shield their sword and then let there be election. So now IPOB on their own, have now agreed to shield their sword. Now the government should respect this agreement. The government should respect this agreement.
Do you have any doubts? Do you have any doubts?
I have this doubt that the government might not respect this agreement. I have that doubt. I actually don't know the reason why IPOB made such move. Actually, because I was shocked myself. I was like, wow, how come? Because at that last week there was this heated threat that was no election, and secondly, the resident of Anambra said something. They said if IPOB want them to stay at home, IPOB should give them palliative for them to stay at home. I actually don't know the reason behind this move, but whatsoever it is, kudos. But whatsoever it is, kudos to them, because now some persons cannot sleep with their two eyes closed, because now it's like in the states, in the what Eastern region, there are two parallel governments. People even respect IPOB more. People respect IPOB more for this.
IPOB is a power that you can come with in
IPOB
South.
is now
A force.
a force, is now a power you need to reckon with. And then again, and then the language, Mr. President, understand is what violence. If you don't threaten the president, IPOB would not be reckoned with. There will not be what a dialogue would not be reached, an agreement will not be reached. So now it's a win-win for them. It's a win-win for them, because I mean IPOB have shut down their arms without coming out to what express their all their grievances. The federal government wouldn't, or the federal government wouldn't have reached an agreement with the southern leaders for them to meet with the president. So that's what I'm trying to say. So see, that's the point I'm saying. So to them, it's a win-win for them. No victor, no vanquish. But my own thing is that the federal government should also abide with this outcome, with what agreement. Surely there'll be election.
What is the agreement like?
Actually, nobody knows what the agreement is for now. But what Senator Inaya Abadibe said yesterday, said that the presidency has reached out to the political leaders in the East. That was what I quote Senator Inaya Abadibe. That was what he said yesterday. Okay. So he said next month they'll be meeting with the president, and he made something. He said now that them in the East, leaders in the East, he said the federal government gave them primary assignment just to make sure the election is held in the East. And then they have played their own role now. They have played their own part now, just to make sure that election is holding in the East, in that state. So now he's saying now next month federal government should also play their own part to make sure that their son is being released. Yes. And that's because if Martin Kalu is not released, because that was what the last of Eina Abadibe has been tried for this cause of Biafra. We know that he stood for what Martin Kalu as a shorty. So yesterday he came, he spoke to them, and those guys obeyed him. Now he said yesterday, if you watch the media interview, he said now he's calling on the federal government, Malami, they should also respect their own agreement, because if not so, more will come.
Okay.
More problem will come.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. I wanted to ask, that lady that thought, is he from your constituency? That lady from your constituency?
She's my sister now.
Okay. Nice. Thank you very much. Okay.
Good morning, viewers.
Your name, sir?
My name is Mr. Moses. I'm shocked. I was very happy this morning.
You're happy? Some people are shocked, but you're happy.
I'm happy this morning. Okay. When I saw in the television that the Ipob have cancelled the sit at home. You see, there's nothing like peace in a society, in a nation, in a state, in a community, in a husband and a wife. You see, Igbos are wise. Igbos are wise. Why I say Igbos are wise this? You see, they say if you use a left hand, beat a small child, use a right hand and bring him back. The tension was so much in the southeast. Even the old men in the southeast have started staying away, start running away because of Anambra state election. And mind you that even if I thought they did not cancel this, Ipob didn't allow them to this election today. Not only killing people, they are going to destroy southeast properties, like what they did in the Civil War. My brother, the election, not because of the only election, they want to come and destroy southeast properties. What have originated from the grassroots. I know what they passed through before what they are today. Southeast indigenous suffered a lot after the Civil War. And even to today, federal government have not considered, have not compensated southeast for the damage they have done for the east after the Civil War. Now, they want to still do another one again, which is tomorrow. But thank God, gloriously, for the wise men in the southeast. Now, the elders of the southeast now is wise. They have seen what is on the board. They have organized themselves. Because yesterday, I watching the AIT. The one of Chief Dan Wanyang, Chief Dan Wanyang, and other cabinet members, they were doing meeting in Ekwere Mother's house concerning Southeast, concerning the releasing of Nnamdi Kanu and other 5,000 Ipob people. You see, you know, if you want to catch a monkey, you behave like a monkey. Now, they have accepted of allowing to do election in Anambra State tomorrow, so that the whole world will not say maybe Igbos are troublemakers. Okay. They have subdued. Tomorrow there will going to be election in Anambra State. Fine. Then at the same time, they have to accept Igbos' view to release their brother in their custody, which is Nnamdi Kanu and 5,000 Ipob. Because these are the people of Igbos, not Yorubas, not Hausa. So we are feeling pain. Where they are feeling pain, there too. Okay. So what I'm trying to let you know, the reason why I come here, I just want to say thank you for the God intervention, for making peace to run tomorrow. Because maybe me and you wouldn't have started here talking concerning this issue. And that's what I want.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I have Mr. Kule. Mr. Kule, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian, and good morning, everybody. Well, it's a sad mood for me this morning. I have to mourn Osipono that they just recover his body, because this has been a great man in the Yoruba land, and is a man that had a spirit of yes, I can, and he came to this country to empower people, you know, with this infrastructural projects, the properties is building all around in South Africa, globally, I'll say. In South Africa, in America, but death just took him away. So we are mourning. Southwest is mourning. Yorubas are mourning, and Nigeria and Lagos is mourning, and Yoruba entirely are mourning about the demise of a very, very entrepreneurial man, and the soul of the workers, the laborers that died in that Ikoyi gate of Saga. You know, may their soul rest in peace. I feel the pain. I wonder why people are not even talking about the dead this morning. So I really commiserate with the, you know.
There's a video that surfaced online where Oshibana was resisting the attempt by Lagos State government to seal off the building because he transgressed.
I've said it all and all. There's a body in control of building regulation. Where there's no law, where in a country where there's no law, there can be what? The country will go lawless, right? So I really want to blame it on the people in charge that need to checkmate them. And you know, I said it there that the guy in charge of building control, Lagos building control, should be probed and should be, you know, questioned. And now he has been sacked because
he has been suspended.
He has been suspended indefinitely. When they suspend you indefinitely, that means your chances of coming back is slim, you know. So there are powers that need to regulate that. That's negligence of duty. So that guy, I think the body, what's it called, started under Lagos State that monitor the building control. They should be held responsible for the saga, the crisis.
Over the years, we have heard of building collapse. Yeah. Yet nothing.
That's the part of corruption we've been saying. They will just come over, paste stop work, you know, notice on your structure. But next thing you see, people have started building again because there's no fee regulation that govern, you know, that back that's those nonsense up. Is that if there's a steep, you know, regulation, all these things will not be happening. But the dream that guy had, give it to him. He has done it several places: South Africa, America, England. Go to Acton in London. Go to Peckham in London. This guy changed the face of Peckham in London. This guy changed the face of property, development in Acton. So somebody that's been done, and nobody is above mistake. Don't let us blame the dead, for God's sake. This is what these guys are saying, which I don't understand. I mean, they need to go and rethink themselves. And
Okay, I think we can't see that somebody. I don't know. What's your?
the tongue are twisting. Me, I've been saying there can't be a lacuna. There can't be electoral lacuna, right? And I've been saying it. There must be election, and I keep saying it. And thank God, tongues are twisting now. That they are thanking God. Some of them are saying, the election will not hold the election. Election must hold, because there's going to be a vacuum of power in Anambra if nobody said they are not doing election. You see, things is then when you see the real thing, the true thing, let us be saying it out, please, for God's sake. You know, if you leave Anambra, map 11, is Anambra no more part of Nigeria? Presently now, Anambra is still part of Nigeria. The Ipob or not Ipob can still continue with the struggle, but it should not affect the future of the whole state, because the future of the whole state depends on the election that is coming, and you cannot detach yourself from the whole government states. I mean, the states in the whole federation. As we hear now, tomorrow the Afra may come and say we want to go, but there must be an authority in place for now. So kudos to the people that,
Kudos to the politicians.
no, but the politicians, they are just waking up from the slumber, that there's a way they can sit down with these people and talk to them. And the Ipob themselves, they've been feeling that they've been neglected they've been detached away. The citizens of the East are being detached away from their leader. So the leaders are just doing the norm now. They're just doing the right thing to embrace peace now. So let there be peace. Two wrongs don't make a right. Yes, you're being marginalized, and there must be agitation. I know even Southwest as well is being marginalized. No region that I will say is not marginalized. Is this South you want to say?
By who?
By the mighty, the mighty.
The Southwest, Southeast, by which region? You're talking about regions now. Who is marginalizing who?
What we think now is North has been having upper hand above all the other regions, right? Because when you talk of the allocation sharing formula, the state that produce VAT, highest number of VAT, you give them peanuts, and you now give people that does not even put anything much on the table on VAT, that you people go down there and share. Look at South likewise. They're entitled to even their 10% of the oil revenue allocations. They are entitled to it, but they still insisting they are giving them 3%, which is nothing to come, it's nothing to me compared to the what you are putting on the table for the whole Nigerian to share. So let us be frank and be real at times in this conversation.
How as a Nigerian, how do you cope with the food prices, living condition currently?
Thank you very much. I've been saying this. You see, in a country that cannot fix power, for the past 20-something years of democracy we have, a country that cannot fix power, a country that cannot fix refinery, right from the onset of President Obasanjo, down to Jonathan, down to Yar'Adua, down to Jonathan, and down to the Buhari administration now. A country that cannot fix their refinery. And if you don't fix your refinery, the multiplier effect is that once there's an increase in fuel pumps, right, it will affect, the multiplier effect will be enormous. Prices of the transportation will go high, so high. And the food seller, the food seller will tell you what they are paying for transport has increased. It has, So we have to always reason and think that what caused all this thing. Put your refinery, and this same refinery, they have been turning it around. Even if I go to a barber shop, they always have a chair that turns around. But our own refinery has never turned around. All of them are just making. They are sucking us dry through the fuel subsidy. And this fuel subsidy, they should expect, you could see that they are saying they've paid almost 826 billion naira on fuel subsidy alone. That money, if they save the money, they can save them from spending that money by repairing the refinery. But they don't want to repair the refinery. They will never repair. And instead, food, your own yam self. It's this same refinery that caused you are saying prices of yam have gone high. if they repair your refinery, that's why nobody can come here and tell me, say one president good or I don't president did that. I want which one of them has been able to fix our refinery. Because if you fix that refinery, the whole problem, the whole suffering we are facing today will not come up. But they are using that refinery for political, reasons. Because it's their cronies, they will give that refinery the subsidy. They don't want that refinery to work because of the fuel subsidy. A lot of people are benefiting from that oil subsidy, right? And they are cronies. These are the same cronies that will come during the election and donate billions for their campaign, in which a lot of us here don't know. Right? And thank God I've been hampered on this thing, hampering on this monster that has been going on, that's been moving around in this country. Repair the refinery and you will see the changes. And look at the energy now. Energy tariff is high again. NEPA, no NEPA. You want to tell me now, if you want to go to a barber shop now, you barb your hair. Normally, to barb your hair now is 500 naira. What they used to collect 300. Why? They will tell you there's no light. They are not even operating on light. You go to a woman that is selling turkey there now. If there's no light for him to freeze the, what's it called? He has to go and buy generator.
Somebody just asked a question. What happened? Other properties he had in other places did not collapse. What happened to this one?
I've been saying, I said it earlier on, is the negligence of the Lagos State building protection unit agency. I've said it. I said it that day that the person in charge of that agency should be sacked. But thank God, Mr. Sanwo-Olu listens. He has a list in there. They sacked that. They suspended that guy indefinitely. And then when they suspend him indefinitely in a civil servant, circle, that means you have no faith of coming back, right? And if the people have done their job, they will have sealed that place. When they seal it, they wouldn't have unsealed it again. You will have stand your authority that this thing you are doing is probably wrong. I can't blame that guy. I can't blame that guy much. It's the regulatory body that will blame. It was the regulatory body I will blame. He has done his best. The dead has died. Let the dead body, let the spirits rest. I can't be blaming the dead now. The people that have been collecting money from them, that is, okay, you want 15 stories, and the deputy governor even said there's a contradictory, messages we are hearing. The deputy governor said the 21 stories plan was approved, really, but the guy is saying it was 15. That's the general manager. But the game is still on. Let us see how the whole thing will end. But this thing has to put an end to building collapse in Lagos. One crashes too many, and we don't want to witness that body again. But I feel so sorry for the family, and I'm grieving too, like that. No matter, I would not wish my enemy dead, right? So we need to change our orientation, even on this bystand, But some people are saying, well, wait till consign them, right? So that's it. The Lagos State government should work hard on them to monitor their agency. The agency are so corrupt. I've been saying this and over and over and over. The agency of the Lagos State government are so corrupt. So let us put an end to all this, rascality.
Okay,
kudos, congrats to the Anambra. Then about our gathering, get together, right? It's coming up on the 4th.
Okay.
At least that is bringing a 4th of December. And this bystander has been bringing unity. Although we disagree to agree. As we are here, it's not only one region. We have South-South, we have South-East, we have South-West. It's only with one missing is the North, But I don't know the reason why you cannot bring one Northerner to come and even explain how their leader has put us into this mess.
Okay,
right?
Thank you very much. On the 4th of December, the first week of December, there will be a get-together by the reviewers this morning. Mr. Raphael.
Good morning. Yeah, my name is Raphael Mbuchi. Good morning, Christian. Good morning, you guys, viewing us abroad. I greet you. It's my pleasure that you are watching every day. So, Christian, what is going on with Southeastern governors? They have agreed to meet Buhari this time around on behalf of NAN. But the cancelling of sit at home is the topic today, and is it has gone viral. Ipob has finally decided to consider our fathers, our mothers, our children to go back to school, to carry on with their daily activities, our mama and papas to be going to their farm, our brothers who are doing business across Southern East, Aba, Onitsha, Owerri, Enugu, Nsukka, Abakaliki, we are back. No more sit at home. We want election to hold in Igbo land. Why? In the Anambra have seen over 250 luxurious buses from north packed with laden with prisoners, ex-convicts, Almajiris, people from Sahel countries, Chadians, Nigerian, all roads led to where? Anambra State, to go and watch the effort of Igbos voting there tomorrow. But we've said no this time around. We can never, and the Anambra can never stay there and see how some man take over our land. See, Anduba planned it. He endorsed it. He consigned it. He conceived it, but it has failed. It's a failure. It's always a failure. Anduba will never win that election. He's contesting under APC platform. An abomination. That's why they carry trucks laden with houses, Fulani, to go and vote there. You know, they are specialized. They are specialized on rigging election. That is Akol on the north. It is the handwork. Each and every time we have election, they will invite people from Sahel countries to help them rig election over there in the north. Now it's the turn of the Anambrans. We said no. That's why no more sit at home. A very nice decision taken by Nnamdi Kanu led IPOB group. They are wonderful people. A man powerful, the spokesperson of the IPOB, he has said it. The pains will cost our people is too much this time around. We are capitalizing on the pain. We don't want the pain anymore. We want our people to go out there and exercise their civil rights. It is every individual's civil right. Franchise to vote is not by force. But this time around, I'm telling you, we want our Ojukwu party platform. That is the best party in Anambra State.
For Abga?
Yes, Abga is the best. Ask me why.
Why is Abga the best?
Abga won an election in 2003 Abi, against Ngige. Ngige thwarted that effort of Mr. Obi, Governor Obi, in the first time. Then caught the first governor to have what? Thrown the trowel. Accept defeat, that's what I mean. He said, Obasanjo helped me, we rig Obi out. Obi was the one who won the election. That's why Obi came in 2005 and stayed his tenure. He ruled Anambra State 8 years. That's Africa for you. They are truthful people. They are people with what? Integrity.
Why did the deputy governor leave Abga?
The deputy governor, and I can't tell the reason.
Eight commissioners.
8 commissioners left Obiano now.
Yes.
Abi?
Yes.
That's very good. That's good. See, we don't want bad people. They have been infiltrated with evil and corrupt what? Tendencies or propensity. That's why they should leave the party. We don't want to mix wolf with what? Sheep. Obiano deputy, go! 8 commissioners, go! We don't want you people. You people have criminal intention. We can never mix sheep with wolves. Don't you know? See, if you are cooking rice, if you're about to cook rice, what do you want to do? What do? You first of all do what? You sieve out the stones, chaffs. Do you understand? So that when you are eating, you eat smoothly. We don't want stones to corrupt the rest of the cook. Do you understand? So that we have good cook. If deputy governor goes, good. Nkemu, is that his name? Go. We don't want to. Are you listening to me? Now, Anduba is campaigning with Fulani to take over Anambra State. As Pope Uzodinma did steal Imo State. Pope Uzodinma stole the show. He's thief. Governor Chief, thief. He stole it. He stole it. So, Anduba, the killer, cannot do so. Do you know that Anduba, the Obas, tormented Ngige for how many years in Anambra State? That was why Anambra State produced the first female governor in history in Nigeria, Dame Etiaba. That was when Ngige was abducted under the influence of who? The oil magnate called Chris Oba, that young boy. He tormented Oka State House for years to the extent that he touched it. Governor to rule Anambra State, to govern Anambra State. Impo,
Impossible. Impo. You see it? The place you set fire, you are not planning to go back there and sit as a governor. It is not good to be doing bad thing. It is good to be a good person. You see? And the Uber, you cannot win. See, irrespective of the federal might, all the time, APC, federal might. See, federal might doesn't work in Anambra State where I come from. We value tradition. What is tradition? Truth. We value tradition. What is tradition again? Be a good person. General benevolence, general kindness, be a good man. Maintain dignity of a man. You understand? And integrity. That is what makes you good, a good person. You cannot come from...
Since that one have been cancelled, do you think it will still come out?
People will come out.
On Monday,
people will be
cancelled. Monday sit at home. People yet stayed at home.
Thank you. No, that one is a different case this time around. That one, they were trying to solidarize with Nnamdi Kanu. But this time around, they have seen the danger. Are you listening to me? The danger of prisoners from the north, everywhere, that were bought over by APC to come and vote illegally, to collect the mandate that belongs to Ojuku's party. That's why they are going to sympathize with who? Ndibo, Ndi Anambra, the late Ojuku, Apugase party. Are you listening to me? Most importantly, Mr. Charles Soludo, the former governor of CBN, they are going to give it to him. This time around, they are being sentimental, emotional, to see that Apuga is not what bolted out. Where in our land, it is impossible. No, this time around, it is not all about solidarizing with Nnamdi Kanu again. It's all about what? Saving Igbo land. The capital of Igbo land is Anambra State. We are the progenitors of Igbo. If Fulani takes that land, Igbo man is finished. Ndi Anambra, come out. Police will be there. Soldier will be there. IPOB members are you. You people are the constitute IPOB member. You people constitute IPOB number. IPOB are not spirit. The Igbo man. Everybody that speaks Igbo is IPOB. That's the meaning. IPOB is grammar. Now grammar then they talk. Make I tell you now. Now grammar be that. Forget about grammar. We are not English people. Indigenous people of Biafra. Meaning anybody that is born in that soil. Anybody that is a native of that soil. That's the meaning. And all of you. Amlunu na Nainu. Were you born on the air or in the cloud? Are you not born in Igbo land? Why are you removing the garment of IPOBism? Garment of IPOBism. If you remove it, you are just trying to, deprive yourself the benefits thereof. Do you understand? The garment of IPOBism, everybody should put it on. We are from Igbo land. Come out and vote Apuga. Come out and vote our party. Do not allow Fulani herdsmen to take over Igbo land. And the Uba family, do not allow them. They rely on federal might. Federal might disappointed them the last time Obiano beat all of them hands down. That federal might has come to be disappointed again in Igbo land. Come out and vote the person of your choice. I know it should be in the person of Charles Soludo. Don't derail. Don't be scared. Don't derail. Don't be scared. Do the needful. Come out and exercise your franchise. It is the civil responsibility of any citizen to vote anybody he likes or he feels that can deliver. We don't want to deliver to people that are not after stewardship. We don't want to deliver to the people that have in their mind stomach infrastructure and their family alone. Come out and vote the person you feel can deliver the true democracy, the dividend of democracy in Anambra State. I tell you, it is what? The tenet of democracy, I quote again, majoritarianism. Yeah, Oyibo. See, majority carries the vote. That's what it means. Majoritarianism. Come out. We need majority. Majority is what carries the vote. Everybody come out. Do not allow Fulani again to do to us what they did to our brothers in Imo State. Uzodinma's ideology is what Uba is carrying along. He has promised Buhari that if he wins election in Anambra State, Fulani will come back and take everywhere. So,
thank you very much.
Sit at home has been cancelled. And thumb up for the IPOB
management or leadership in the Southeast.
Thank you very much, Mr. Raphael Transvent Ngechi. We've come to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstand. I want to appreciate all those that have spoken today for being committed for over the years, and they're having a get-together, remembering the years they have been on this activism. 4th of December is that date, and we're looking forward to celebrating our reviewers here this morning. I'm Christian Chiku on this wonderful edition of the program. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi Davis, and also bye for now till we meet tomorrow by God's grace as the Lord keeps us. Bye for now.